So GoHighLevel just released a brand new feature where if you comment on a Facebook or Instagram post and you hook up what I'm about to show you, you can automatically generate leads and qualify them with ChatGPT. So you can see here I commented tester, and if I open up this chat, you can see here I can click start to get started. So I've programmed this, and then what it's going to do is ask me for my phone number, and I'm just going to put in a fake phone number here. And now that I've submitted a phone number here, it is going to trigger my ChatGPT bot. So this is really cool because you can basically run paid ads to a post like this, have a call to action to get people to comment, and then automatically start a conversation with the actual contact here. And I'll be showing you guys how to do this in this video. It's going to wait about 30 seconds to make sure it gets a response from the actual lead. So you'll see here it's going to take just a second. See if I can refresh this. But there it is. So here's your template. So this is a custom message that I've programmed, and then I'm just going to say flip here. I work with investors, so this is just kind of an example of getting leads for my business, and people can comment on posts, and I'm going to show you guys how to set this up as well as how to run an engagement ad so that you can do this for your own business. And the cool thing about this is this works for any type of business, and just like that, the ChatGPT is now having a conversation. So I can say in Dallas, Texas, and now pretty much instantaneously the ChatGPT system will communicate with the lead. And you can do this for a variety of things. You can do this to start conversations. You can do this to send people to maybe a free group, get them to book a call, get them to check out your videos. But you can see here, this is a qualifying bot, so it's designed to get leads to book an appointment. So it's asking me what my advertising budget is, and I'll just say 3K. And I'll just do one more question after that, and then I'll show you guys how to build this, how to activate the feature, and basically just show you how you can start doing this for your business or for your client. So it should be responding here in just a few seconds. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that this bot can, book appointments straight through the chat right here. So what budget do you have available for purchasing properties? So I can say 100K. I actually don't know why it asked that question, but that's something to change within the prompt. So let me show you how you actually do this. So this is a brand new GoHighLevel feature. So I'll be showing you how to activate it and set this system up. But what this allows you to do is on your Facebook business page or your Instagram business page or business profile, you can basically run, a post and have a call to action with a certain keyword, and then it will automatically DM the actual, the person who commented. So from there, like I said, you can try to get them to book a call, try to get them to check out your content, your courses, whatever you're offering. So this is pretty cool. This is one of their most exciting features that they've added. So I'll be walking you through that. So the first thing is you have to create an actual Facebook post on your business page. So here's my actual business page. You can see these are posts that just automatically go to Facebook when I post a YouTube video. You can simply just create a post from your actual business page. Okay, so once you do that, then the next step, this is optional, but this is really how most people are going to get legitimate traction with this type of a system because, if you don't run some form of an ad, your organic reach on Facebook is pretty limited nowadays unless you're making like super viral content or reels, or you have a big following or things like that on Facebook. So for the majority of people, you're not really going to get too much traction on just a straight business post. So this is kind of an optional thing, like I said, to run a Facebook engagement ad. So I'm going to show you how to go into the actual Facebook Business Manager, and we can actually promote, our existing posts, which are the best ones to promote, because if you get a bunch of comments and social proof on your public posts, then when people go to your business page, they'll see hundreds of comments and stuff like that. So give me a second. All right, so you go into your actual Facebook Business Manager and you're going to click on Create, and then you're going to click on Engagement, because the objective of this type of system is to get people to comment a specific keyword, which would then start the DMs. So we're going to click Engagement and click Continue, and then we're just going to do Manual Engagement Campaign. And then right here, this is just how I name all my campaigns. So I'm just going to do cold traffic, and then since this is an engagement ad, I'm just going to call it engagement. And then, I have other trainings on special ad categories. Basically, if your business is related to any of these topics, you need to select them. If it's not, don't worry about it. And then what you're going to do is just click on Next here. And then this will take you into the ad set. And so for the conversion location, we're going to choose on your ad, because the actual objective we want for a strategy like this is for people to comment on the actual post. So messaging apps is going to take people into the DMs directly. There's other strategies that you would want to deploy for things like that. So just choose on your ad. And then for the engagement type, we're going to choose post engagement, because this is basically going to optimize for people that are, willing to comment here. So we're going to choose maximize engagement with a post. We can put our budget, let's just say, $100 a day. And then here's where we go through the rest of, the Facebook ad setup. So I'll just keep it super simple. If I'm looking to run a post like this for real estate investors, since those are my type of clients, I work with investors and help them find off-market deals. And I wanted to target the whole United States of investors. I could just do United States, and then I would just do use original audience. And then I can go to the interest targeting, and I can just do something like real estate investing as an interest. So I'm not going to go into super, long depth about the targeting and stuff. This is just to show you how to do it. And obviously, if you want to target a zip code or a specific state or county, you can change that here. So we would just basically choose this interest. We can do advantage placements here if you want to just stick to people on Facebook, which is probably where you're going to get most of the comments. If you are running an actual post, then just choose Facebook here. But the cool thing about the Advantage Plus placements is Facebook knows that we're optimizing for on your ad, so it knows that it can't show this ad on certain placements because people won't comment, right? So we want people to engage. So you can do manual placements and just do Facebook. And if you wanted to do the same exact strategy for Instagram, you can, just follow. Once you see the rest of the video, you'll see how you can make this work for Instagram. But I'm just going to do Facebook for now. And then we're going to go to next. And I already have my Facebook business page linked here. And then this is what I was referring to use an existing post. So once you create an actual post on the Facebook business page, it's a public post, and it'll get, some decent, I wouldn't even say decent traffic, but you'll get some organic reach depending on how many people, like the page and stuff like that. But I'm going to link this existing post, and then you can see here when I go to the media and I choose select post, I'm going to be able to choose from all of my different posts that are on my actual business page that are public. So I could just choose this brand new one here, click continue, and then, here's the actual, here's the actual ad now. And then, what you would want to do when you're creating this post is make a really clear call to action to comment, right? You don't want to actually, if you're going to use this feature, you don't want to just an ad like this, because this wouldn't get comments because I'm not telling people to comment. So you could do something like, if you're interested in a Facebook ad template or whoever your business is, like if I'm marketing towards real estate investors, I could promote like an off-market deal Facebook ad template for free. So I would make the post, just pretty much basic text, and I would just, say comment, template for the template. And then I can remove this call to action of sending people to the DMs directly, because that's not what we want for this strategy. We want comments and social proof. So we're going to click remove, and then that'll just remove this button here. And then you're going to have your ad that tells people to comment, and then you can basically just publish this ad, right? So that's step 2. You run the actual, or you create the actual Facebook post. If you want to get legit traction on it, you're probably going to need to run an ad. So that's how you run the ad. And then the next step is in the actual high level, setting up the, this feature to automate the DMs. So when you go into your actual sub account here, you'll go to your settings, and you're going to go to your integrations over here, and you will see the ability to link your Facebook business page or Instagram business page if it's not already. And then you need to make sure that you have the ability to receive Facebook messages. All right. So that's step 1, step 2, and step 3 and 4. And then now we're going to get into the workflow stuff. So if we go into the sub account here, you're going to see this is this is what starts this entire bot process. So now there is a new feature in high level. So when you click on trigger and you type in comments, you're going to see Facebook comments on a post and Instagram comments on a post. So this one's Facebook, so I just chose Facebook. And then right here, we have a few different filters you need to select. So the first one, let's see, I don't know why it didn't link that, but basically I can just show you from scratch. So you click add filters, and then the first one is going to be the page. So you want to choose your actual business page. And then post type is published post, and then post is, this is if you want to choose a specific post, but you know, if you're not really running ads to any of these other posts, they're probably not going to get commented on with that specific keyword anyway. So you can just simplify it and make it applicable to all of your posts by just deleting that filter. And then what you do is you go to contains phrase, and then I can just do template, like I said, right? And then there's one last option here, which is track first level comments only. So what this means is basically when you comment on a post, like if I delete this comment here, so when I comment right now, template, it's not going to work because I haven't saved it. But basically, this is a first level comment. If I comment, you know, as a reply to this, this is a second level comment. And then if you reply to that, that's a third level comment, or maybe just second level. But first level comment is just basically a fresh comment on the actual page. So if you want to, you know, prevent it from triggering, you know, on second level comments, you would just make sure this is turned on. So I'm going to leave this turned on and then close that out. So that's the trigger creation. Then in addition to the new trigger, which is the comments on a post, there is this new Facebook interactive messenger. So you just click on plus and you can just do Facebook interactive messenger right here. So when you click on this, you're going to have two options. You're going to have reply to the DM or reply to the comment via DM. So the first action in the workflow is going to be reply to comment via DM. Why? Well, because they've commented on a post. They have not DM'd your page. And so because they haven't DM'd your page, we want this action to trigger the DM to the actual lead, right? So as soon as they comment template, it's going to DM them, you know, and it's going to send them this message. And then what's cool is this was not available prior to this, which is the ability to create buttons inside of your Facebook bot. So for example, I can type the word start, right? Or I can, just to show you guys how this works, I'll change this. So, hey, click template to get your free template. Boom. And then right here, I'm going to type the word template so that they don't have to type this out, and they just click a button, right? And then now the button template is there. And then for the wait step, you know, this will wait 1 minute at default, so I can just save this action. And then what it's going to do is you can create, by creating a button, you create an actual condition from the messenger. So if you remove this button, there's just going to be a default timeout from the actual action beforehand, and, you know, it would just go to whatever is beneath here. Now, because we're programming kind of a sequence here, if they type in this, or if they click on this template button, we want them to go over here, which goes to our next action, okay? And now you'll notice this reply type is reply to the DM because they commented on the post, and then we replied to that comment via the DM. Now, everything after that is going to happen inside of the DM. So this needs to say reply to DM. And then now it's going to say, hey, contact first name. So it'll pull their name from their profile. What's your best phone number to get the chat started? Now, the reason that I have this is because I'll be showing you my ChatGPT bot. And in order for that to function properly, you need either an email or a phone number associated with the contact, or else the workflow won't work for the system that I've built. So this is just to collect the phone number. And there's no button here because we want them to just type out, you know, the actual phone number here. And then you'll see here, since there's no button, there's only one path for the lead to actually take. So because there's a wait step of basically 30 seconds, since this is in minutes, 0.5 is 30 seconds, then it's automatically going to go down this path after 30 seconds, okay? And so you could make this longer if you want to give people, you know, more time to respond, because if they don't respond here or they don't meet the condition below, they're just going to fall out of the workflow if you don't have anything, you know, beneath the actual condition. So the condition that I've added is the phone number is no longer empty, right? So when they come into the system with the comment, unless they're a lead already in our system, we don't have their phone number, right? And if we don't have their number, then, you know, we want them to go through the sequence. And then if we, you know, when they respond to that with a phone number, they're going to go through the left side of the condition, which means, you know, they now have a phone number. And then I've added them to the Facebook start bot. So this is a ChatGPT snapshot that I've already built. If you guys want me to do a video on just kind of an interactive Facebook bot just through this feature, I can do that. But I wanted to show off, this function here because it's pretty cool. So this is it, right? This is all you need, because after that, inside of this ChatGPT snapshot that I have, it's going to add that lead to this workflow. And then when it runs a condition, it makes sure that they have either an email or a phone number. And then it does all this, cool stuff. And then it basically passes the lead into, this guy over here. So this is a little bit more advanced. I can't cover all this just in this video. I'm just going to show you now that this works with that, that keyword of template. So I'm going to delete this contact because I tested it prior to, switching out the keyword, and we already have a phone number for that contact. So it wouldn't work properly. So we'll just wait till that gets deleted, which it just did. And then now what we can do is we can comment. Since we saved this here, we can just comment on, this one, and I can do template. And then I should get a DM in just a second from the system that's now linked to this specific keyword. So it may take just a second, and then we'll get an actual DM from the actual system that we made. So let's make sure everything is good here. And for some reason it didn't fire. So I'm just going to delete the contact again. Oh, it didn't even register. So let me make sure the keyword's correct. I may just need to trigger it again. So I would test it a few times to make sure it's live. Oh yeah, see, I don't know why that didn't save. So let me just do this. So page is Quinn Nolan, and then I can just do contains phrase template, and then I'll save that. Not sure why it didn't save. It is technically in beta, so it may be a little bit buggy still, but that should be good. And then let me make sure I didn't come through as a contact, which I didn't. So I'll just go here and do template, and we should be good to go now in just a second. So just double check it, make sure that there it is. So I can click on this, and then hey, click template to get your free template. So boom, click on template, and then now it's going to ask me for my phone number, right? And then I'll just do phone number, and then it's going to wait potentially about 30 seconds to make sure that I meet that condition here. So there's like a slight delay, but you can, lower the actual amount of time that it's waiting. So you can see I'm in here waiting. So give it about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pass through this default timeout. And then since there's no button here after asking for the number, and then, in just a second, I'll get a message, which comes from my ChatGPT bot, which is that one. Here's your template, and you can insert a link there to the template or whatever. And then now I'm in the actual conversation. So I could say to wholesale. And then it's just going to have the rest of the conversation, which is my, my actual prompt. And the prompt is in Zapier. So I'll show you guys that in a second once this, once it starts responding to me a few more times, so you can see the function. And then there you go. So could you please tell me in which market? So this is a part of my prompt. And then I'll just say Phoenix, Arizona. And then I'll go through it one more time. Then I'll show you the Zap. And you guys can test this out and see if you can get leads for your business or, for your clients if you're running ads for them, and test out this type of engagement ad strategy. So let's talk about your budget. I have $5K for ads. And then let me pause this. Okay, and then I'll just kind of simply share with you guys how this works. I won't go into too much depth, but I have other videos, showing this one in more detail. So basically it's responding here. So what you're seeing here is a result of this Zap. So if you're new to Zap, don't know what Zap is, I'll do my best to keep it as simple as possible. But basically, the workflow is that someone commented on our post. Then we DM'd them, right? Told them to click template to get started, basically to opt in. They click template. Then we ask them for their number so that this workflow can function. And they give us their number because they met this condition, which means their phone number is not empty. And then we added them to my ChatGPT workflow, right? Which is right over here. So they got added into this. They met this condition, which is their email is not empty and their phone number is not empty, right? We gave a phone number, so they met this condition, which would mean they go down the left side. There's all these different tags and things that happen, but basically what happens in there is it passes the contact into this workflow, And to keep it very simple, the way that this workflow works is when a lead responds to the bot, we trigger what's called a webhook, okay? And so the webhook is, we post a webhook here, and when the response is received from the lead, we catch the hook over here in Zapier. And when we catch this hook, we then send this over to ChatGPT, and we tell ChatGPT what the message was from the contact, who the contact is, what their name is, what the name is of itself, the ChatGPT. So this one's called Jackie, and then this is basically, a prompt here that tells the bot how to behave. And this is what, the questions are running. That's why it asked me what the budget is. Oh, I have a duplicate question, so that explains as to why in the previous sequence it asked the question twice. But this is the prompt, and then this is how the bot is behaving. And then from there, when the actual conversation, so ChatGPT sees that the contact said hey or whatever their message is, and then it generates its own response based on the prompt. So if I said, hey, how are you today? The bot may say, I'm doing great, right? Or I'm an AI, whatever. And when that response is actually, received from ChatGPT, we simply map the response from ChatGPT into this custom field, which is in my GoHighLevel. And when that custom field gets changed right here, then it goes through here, and then it sends that message via Facebook with the custom field in it. And then it just basically waits for them to reply. If they reply, then it triggers the webhook again, and the process just continues, right? And that's basically how this thing works. So you don't have to do, this, because I know it can be a little bit advanced, but you can build a basic system for getting people to comment on your post and then start DMs and start conversations with you. You don't have to add them to a workflow and have a whole bot like I do, but this is just kind of what I like to do. So you can just simply build it inside of the Facebook interactive messenger here and start kind of qualifying the leads through, this process. So just wanted to show you guys this new feature. I thought it was pretty cool. It works really well with the bot, as you can see. And let me see if I can show you. See, now it's asking, I think it corrected itself. So I can just say, I don't like cold calling. And I can just show you guys how, it can book an actual appointment with the contact right in the chat. So I did that maybe 2 or 3 videos back where I show some of the changes I made to the actual snapshot to test if you can get it to book conversationally. But there it is. So I completely understand. Now that we've covered, would you like to book an appointment? And then I can say yes. So this is all based on my prompt. Like I said, you can change this. You can make this for any business. You just change the questions and some of the context. And then in just a second, it should ask me, what day and time works and what time zone I'm in. And there it is. So I'm going to do tomorrow at 3 p.m. PST, please. And so I changed the snapshot so that it can just book the lead conversationally. And you can actually see here, because it knows the date of, when they're talking to the lead, it can just compute if I say tomorrow. So it'll say, April 5th at 3 p.m. So that's what's cool about it. You don't have to feed it anything other than the day's date. That way they know when they're talking to the contact. So it should send me a confirmation message. There it is. So event date, 3 p.m., Friday, April 5th. Tomorrow is Friday. Here's a summary. Interested in off market, looking for Phoenix. I have a budget. We look forward to speaking with you. And then I can just say, cool. One last thing I'll show off, just because it took a bit of time to do this. It can also handle rescheduling with no issue. I can say, actually, something just came up. Can we do next Tuesday at 8 a.m. instead? And so it'll probably, it responded to this one first, and then it got this message over here. So it'll respond to that in just a second. But it's really cool. One of the things I mentioned on that video that I'm referring to a few videos back is the goal of the AI is for it to just basically have a frame to operate within. And the less programming, the less prompt you can use, the better the AI can just kind of handle the conversation on its own. And there you can see it just rescheduled us to 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So I could do this a bunch of times and it'll keep rescheduling me. I understand things can come up. I have rescheduled your appointment. So boom, there it is. So that's it. Hope you guys found this well, and let me know if you guys use this feature. All right, talk to you soon.